Integrating technology into teaching models. A guide to implementation of technology integration model in conjunction with your current teaching practices. Throughout this presentation, we will look at the value of using technology to its full potential instead of using it to achieve the same results as with old methods. How technology can be used to teach and learn in ways that were not possible 20 years ago. Identify ways in which multimedia can help facilitate the application of learning theory, such as behaviorism, cognitivism, and constructivism, etc. And finally, to look at two different technology integration models for incorporating appropriate technology into your already existing teaching practices. These technology integration practices will be SAMR and TPACK. Technology has many uses in the education world. They range from basic to transformative and revolutionizing. Teachers use it to keep track of their notes and students' grades, create a lesson, presentation, and so on. Students use it to publish their writing, word process, find pictures or videos to help with their learning. These are fairly basic uses of technology. This is how we have always taught. It may have been with paper and pencil or with chalk and a chalkboard. Now, with a computer, we have merely changed the medium through which we teach. Let's take a look at this first quote. If we teach today as we taught yesterday, we rob our children of tomorrow. John Dewey. We have to change with the times. The world is not the same as it was 50 years ago, 20 years ago, or even yesterday, and by continuing to teach as if it was the same, we are robbing our children of the ability to manage and be successful within the world as it is now. Technology has become a central part of our world today and continues to become further integrated more and more each day as technology continues to improve and new innovations come about. I think Heidi Hayes Jacobs says it best. Teachers need to integrate technology seamlessly into the curriculum instead of viewing it as an add-on, an afterthought, or an event. In doing so, we are making use of technology as it is being used in the rest of the world, not as an add-on, but as an integral part of life, learning, and success. The value of using technology to its fullest potential instead of using it to achieve the same results allows us to prepare students for life outside of the educational world. It can teach them how to successfully function, think, and adapt in society as it changes and it grows. It helps them to learn how to be thinkers, problem solvers, and innovators in today's world and in future times. So many things have changed throughout history. The mechanics of fixing a car now requires, to at least some degree, a computer. Ranchers have machines to milk cows en masse. Lighting a fire has gone from rubbing two sticks together to matches, to a lighter with lighter fluid, to more recent technology using a plasma lighter that requires that you charge the batteries. We need to change to keep up with the technology as it changes the ways in which we think and do things. Technology can be used to teach and learn in so many ways that were not possible 20 years ago. Technology has the ability to bring the world into the classroom. By opening up opportunities for communication and collaboration with people from all over the world in so many different ways, social media, email, chat rooms, chat groups, video software, and apps like FaceTime, Google Meet, or Skype allow you to take part in classrooms or other such learning opportunities anywhere in the world. Technology has also changed the way in which a classroom operates. The role of the teacher is no longer to be the primary source of information as students take in the learning. The teacher is now a facilitator in helping the students become active learners in their own education by gathering relevant information, discussion, and collaboration with others, and forming their ideas from it. The virtual world has brought with it the ability to go, do, or see things that most likely have not been possible for the large majority of the world. Studying art history with your students can easily You can easily take a virtual field trip to the Louvre, or go online and spend some time studying oceanography on a boat with a real oceanographer virtually. There are so many possibilities that can take place without leaving the classroom or your home. The use of technology in education has also resulted in increased accessibility and flexibility. Online tools have made it possible for learning to take place at any time. Students do not necessarily have to wait to be inside of the school to ask their teachers a question. Systems like Google Chat, Google Classroom, Orion, etc. enable students or their parents to message their questions to their teachers outside of normal school hours. Memorizing dates and historical dates are not as necessary as they once were thanks to Google, Siri, and Alexa. They simply need to ask a question and an abundance of answers are right there. Students do need the ability to look at those answers for accuracy and validity. Technology has also increased opportunities for more and better differentiation to help learners of all needs, ability levels, and interests. Teachers and students can use technology to help work around their weaknesses, enhance their strengths, utilize their interests, and more in order to maximize their learning experience. Including the use of multimedia allows teachers to facilitate the application of learning theories. Behaviorism focuses on the stimulus-response associations by reinforcing positive behaviors, reactive conditions within the environment. Teachers use pre-assessment to determine starting points for students. Repeated practice is essential to this learning theory. There are many types of media that can help to facilitate the application of this learning theory. You create a student-centered environment by using adaptable media to focus students on targeted learning. You can use learning platforms that allow for the needs of the students and be changed, such as sites like ClassKick or G Suite applications with add-ons and extensions. You can use media to focus your students' learning. Set up rules and structures related to communication and collaboration with others. Consistent use of positive reinforcement and feedback is essential. Have a system in place for timely, efficient, and positive feedback. Things like auto-grading or auto-feedback based on answers from applications such as Google Forms and the like. You can adapt the environment to remove some of the negative stimuli. Cognitivism focuses on the acquisition of knowledge and the students' learning processes, in which students are active participants in the learning process. Teachers need to focus on encouraging students for using appropriate strategies and making knowledge meaningful. There are many types of media that can help to facilitate the application of this learning theory. By emphasizing processes through reflective processes, students can use digital portfolios, online reflection journals, or a blog, having learning menus that offer choice within a context, but emphasize learning strategies and processes. Have a process for consistent and timely feedback. And discourse, you can use platforms that allow for digital feedback and discourse, such as Google Docs and other G Suite applications that have editing, suggesting, and comment features. Constructivism focuses on creating meaning in context from experiences to build personal interpretations that change as connections are made. Teachers need to focus on helping students construct meaning and teach them to monitor and evaluate their constructions and update them as they gain new information. There are many types of media that can help to facilitate the application of this theory. Make sure that you provide situations that students can build meaning through their experiences. You can do that by using virtual field trips, videos, simulations, Make sure that you provide timely and consistent feedback, and you can do that through applications such as Padlet or MindMeister for students to collect and build their understanding, and teachers can then provide feedback. Technology integration models. Integrating technology effectively can enhance and extend learning in powerful ways, can integrate into teaching practices already in place, and have multiple models to explore. The SAMR technology integration model helps teachers to evaluate how they are using technology in their teaching. SAMR is an acronym standing for Substitution, Augmentation, Modification, and Redefinition. The first two are considered technology enhancing. The last two are considered transformative. In order to figure out where you are in this model, you can ask yourself 4 questions. Does it act to simply substitute the technology without changing function or purpose? That'll give you substitution. Augmentation. Does it substitute the technology with some improvement to function? Modification. Does the technology call for a significant redesign for the task? Redefinition. Does the technology call for the creation of a new task that was previously implausible? Modification and redefinition both require higher level skills and should be where you target your teaching. For example, when working on a reading task in which you are wanting to help your students gain a deeper level of understanding of the text, here are some examples from each of the 4 levels. Substitution might look like having the students create a book report using a word processing software. Augmentation may look like having students create a book report presentation using PowerPoint or Google Slides. Modification may look more like having students take on the perspective of a character and create a fake book page with a series of posts from the character's perspective. And redefinition could potentially look like having students take on the role of creating a book trailer, much like a movie trailer, in which the students need to find the theme of the story, create a storyboard, choose the key phrases, the scenes of action, etc., and be able to tell the story without giving away too much information, act it out, and record the scenes while using iMovie trailers. The TPACK framework makes use of the content, the pedagogy, and the technology to most effectively integrate technology into their teaching. The TPACK stands for Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge. The TPACK framework encourages teachers to consider how pedagogical knowledge, technological knowledge, and content knowledge overlap and the impact they have on each other to find the technologies that will best support the activity type and aid the students in the learning of the content. This helps you to focus on how each piece works together and how they come together as a whole. It should impact the way we plan our daily lessons. Through this, you start with your learning outcomes, choose an activity type, and then the technologies that support with. Using this image to aid you, you will then look at how they will work together and make adjustments as needed to find the spot with which they overlap. Thank you very much.